Okay guys, this is Mr. Teague, Advanced Math, and I have another episode for you today, and the title of this episode is You Need to Know This. So this is a problem, a question on the STAAR test, and this is a very common question, and a lot of people get this incorrect. So we're going to go through this question. I want to show you what to look for so that you can get it correct on the STAAR test. Okay, so the question is, it says Hector surveyed all the sixth graders at his school about their favorite after-school activity. The table shows the results that were used to make the bar graph. Okay, so I want you to notice that you have a table. You have 4 categories, different choices of activities, and you have a number of students. It says which percentage bar graph best represents the data. So the first thing I want you to know is that the bar graphs, or your choices, all have percents, and your graph or your table does not. So the first thing you need to do is to convert these numbers to a percent, so then you can compare these to your answer choices. Okay? Well, the first thing you have to do is I want you to remember that a percent is equal to part over whole. Okay? So we need to find the part and we need to find the whole. Well, the whole is the total number of students. So we have to add up these 4 problems. So our total of total students, or total population, if we add this all up, comes to 220. So that's our total. Well, if we were to write this reading as a fraction, that would be 44 over 220. Okay? We would write the next one as 55 over 220. And the next one is the same thing, 55 over 220. And 66 over 220. Okay? And the way we turn a fraction into a percent is we put the numerator in the doghouse and we divide by 220. Okay? And you look at it and go, well, how's that going to work? Well, we're going to put a decimal point right here and add a 0. Now it's 220 into 440. Okay? Well, that goes 2 times, right? So we know that reading is 20%. Okay? If we did the same thing, if we did 55 divided by 220, same thing, decimal point 0, okay? We know it goes twice because that's 440, right? And that leaves 1 0, and we'd have to add another 0. 220 can't go into 100. And then we'd have to bring down another 0, and we know that is 5 times. So this is 25%. We don't have to calculate it. The next one's 25%. And if you wanted to do a shortcut, you could go, well, if I add these up, whatever the remaining number should equal 100%. Well, 25 and 25 is 50, 50, 60, 70. 70 from 100 is 30%. So this is 30%. So now we have all our percents, and now we can look at the graph. Now I've had a lot of students in class that look at the chart and they go, well, this bar is the same as that bar, so that has to be equal to that. You cannot choose your choice from the way that the graph is drawn. Okay, they deliberately do things to confuse you, to trick you. So don't just look at the graph. Okay, so let's look at reading. Reading is 20%. Let's look at the graph. A, reading is 25%. Well, we know reading has to be 20, so we can cross that out right away. Let's look at this. Reading is a little over 11%. Well, that doesn't match 20%, so we can scratch that out. This looks positive. Let's look at D. D, reading is 15%. It needs to be 20, so we can cross that out. So just by elimination, we can choose this, but let's double check our answer. Okay? So reading is 20%. That's good. Then the next part of the graph we're adding 25. So 40 plus 25 would give us 45. So now we have sports at 45%. That's good. Now we take 45 plus another 25, and that gives us 70%. So that's good. And then 70 plus 30 would give us 100%. So double checking our choice, we see that this is the correct answer. Okay. Okay, guys. This is something you need to know. You are most likely going to see this. This is a question that's tested quite often on the STAAR test. Of course, I never know exactly what's going to happen, but now that you know that you have this, it's a very common question, you are prepared to choose the right answer. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.